Hello there, friend. Welcome to Start Early Today, your daily dose of mindfulness and positivity. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Are you taking enough walks? Are you inserting some self-care moments within your day? I hope you do, because we take for granted its importance. Tuning into what is real, tuning into the true nature of what we are, which is infinite, eternal, and immortal. Tuning into that awareness part of ourselves rather than the cerebral, overthinking, chattering intellect. So we're walking around the block with the trees and the squirrels, and using the steps as a metronome of some sort. You may use the breath as well to find that rhythm, always returning to the breath. Thinking of the things that out of our control and things that are within our control. And what is that? It is our ability to respond to things. The only freedom that we have is our attitude that we choose to embody regarding a certain thing, because circumstances and events, it's all over the place. That is just its nature. It can be chaotic, but if you take a step back, you can see that it is really in order. So if the thinking mind gets too burned out in slicing and dissecting and wanting to know and wanting and demanding explanations of how to and getting to know when will this happen, take a step back, zoom out and see the grander picture, the bigger order, because everything happens at the right time. And to know that this time-space reality, this 3D form, is not all that there is. There are other things that are non-linear, that is all-encompassing, all happening. Everything is happening inside your head, in its hazy wave state, in your imagination. And through our observation, we transform it to the particle form. So watch your observations. Observe when we are getting too judgy or limited or rigid. Try to limit the shoulds and have-tos, and try to switch it to I'm grateful for, or this is the best thing that ever happened. Because thinking makes it so. And isn't that liberating to know that we have the power to transform anything into something that is life-affirming? So what brings joy into your day-to-day? You can cultivate and paint a picture of that in your head, in your mind. You can start by focusing on silence, and as you choose to silence the mind, you can also relax each and every part of your body. Relaxing the arms, relaxing the eyebrows, deepening the breath, expanding the chest. And in this state, you tap into your parasympathetic nervous system. You switch your body's natural state of healing. An atonement, bringing unity to the pulsation of all things, of all life, of all of your experiences or all of your stories. that they are all a part of the motion picture. That it is there, but we are not enslaved by it. We are not entangled in its seeming complex nature. Because if you turn into the simplicity of all things, if you drop into the center, that which is your spine, I love using this the example of the spine, because that is where the universal life force runs through, from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And as you breathe, electricity runs up to the crown of the head to the tailbone. Look up Kriya Yoga by Yogananda. He's the big proponent of that practice. And as you recharge your body battery, you also give your mind a rest and give it space for brilliant things. Let go of the old stories. When we let go of the old stories, there shall be space for new ones. And if we entertain new stories, ones that are nourishing for ourselves and others, you get to create a new you. And that's the whole point of this 3D time-space reality, that it's constantly ever renewing, ever getting to know itself, ever in constant learning and purification. Maybe try to get to know who you really are and what you're really about. Trying something new. So keep in mind the things that are out of your control, which is external, knowing that the external events around you are just reflections of what you vibrate energetically from within. So through inquiry, ask yourself, how do I feel about this thing? How do I feel about this specific event? What do I keep telling myself? What is my self-talk? What do I tell myself on a moment-to-moment basis? Do I keep on judging myself? Am I resentful of the past? Am I anxious of the future? Why? And if you tune into the present, we are just walking, or you are just doing dishes, or you're just playing with animals. Nothing much to it, my friend. Sometimes we get caught up in the treadmill of the mind, wherein it plays scenarios that are foolish and does not help us. Humanity already arrived at a safe spot. It created houses, and it's time for us to get back out there and get to know our primal nature, to connect to the earth, to connect to the oneness of all. So tap into the abundance and the prosperous nature of life itself. Opportunities are out there. That is what I discussed in today's letter. Hope you find some inspiration wherein you can dive into a starting point. May I provide you a spark of divinity that is already in you. It's always been there. It's just that we are sometimes too lazy to look at it, or we pretend we're too busy. We pretend things other than our own divinity is more important. But what most important is your life. And in each breath you can affirm your life and enrich it. In each and every breath you start anew. Maybe start a new perspective. Maybe you can start a new thought. Start a new thought movement of your own. We are all contained in this physical body, but a spark of eternity is within us. Just think of and bring attention to the stars, where you came from before this lifetime, to know what is it about. It's all about learning. It's all about learning how to love. Go back to the time when you experimented with psychedelics, if that was your journey, or in times of great love, or in times of great joy, when you feel warmth in the heart, when you felt really accepted and you needed not think about anything. You can go to that place and the body will react. You're gonna feel the warmth in the heart and the expansion of space. There shall be space within the particles of your being, and you shall welcome in new ideas, maybe new people, maybe new events, new creativities, new ways of expressing the beauty that you contain inside. That's it for today. I hope you found some inspiration and a good starting point for your day. Happy Monday. What's up with the kitchen? What's in your kitchen? What did I cook yesterday? Oh, I made some pasta. A simple thing. We sauteed some spinach and kale and cooked some al dente alla chitarra pasta. It's called alla chitarra because of its guitar string-like nature. It had a fun texture. It's really al dente and chewy. Just seasoned it up with a sofrito paste, and yeah, lots of greens with pasta work really good, and drizzled a lot of olive oil and squeezed a lemon for alkalinity. Ooh, I'm getting me hungry. So there's creativity in the kitchen, there's creativity on paper, there's creativity on social media if that's your game. Hope you're finding your voice. I hope you're finding your flow, and your uniqueness is important and it is honored. The world is waiting for you. What is it that you're gonna provide? Because in contribution, that is where you are gonna get acknowledged and helped. As you help and as you put out, so you shall take and receive. It's just the law of give and take, the law of perpetual transmutation, and it is the law of vibration and the law of gender, cause and effect. And study the universal laws, and if we work with the law, we shall be prospered and we shall live heaven on earth. That's it for today. Namaste. Feel free to subscribe, hit the follow button, click the notification bell, and participate in the comments. I want to know where you're at in your journey, and maybe we can help each other flourish even more. That's it for today. Namaste.